Aha. New project. What do we got going on here? So, welcome back. Got a little project in the garage today. Little project. Right. I get a few things that have to be buttoned up. Like, for instance, fuel tank had to be fixed. That's done. I got to get it back in the car. It's not the easiest thing to do on this car, I'll be honest with you, but it's got to happen. Some new fuel lines got to happen. The intake manifold's being changed. You got a whole new fuel injection system for this thing, and of course, change the oil fluids. You know how it goes. So, you guys should follow me along and check out this cool car. It's been on the channel before. It's a good friend of mine's car, and the injection system that's in it is really old. It's kind of outdated. It doesn't work like it should. Been having some issues. I think it's got an injector that's a couple of them that are sticking open, and instead of just trying to hunt down parts and pieces, we just decided that we're going to go and replace the whole unit. So I've already done a bunch of little things this car that I haven't done on camera. I replaced the headlights, went to an LED light from the halogens, because this thing at nighttime you could see about 6 feet in front of you maybe. I replaced the rear tail lights with LED tail lights as well. I hardwired those in. Like I said, I previously already pulled the gas tank. I'll show you the gas tank. It's kind of cool. It's homemade. And check this out. So this is the gas tank that's currently sitting on my garage floor. There's where the sending unit goes. There's the filler. And then back in here, I gotta put this back together. Let's see if I can get a good picture. You see that way back there in the very back on the other side of the battery? That's the transmission controller. And then there's the fuel filler neck. Has to be reconnected. And then as you see down in here, you can see closely right there, I've got the wiring panel down. I'm doing some different wiring and stuff to the car, trying to figure out why some of the gauges are kind of finicky. And then we move up here to the engine, and this engine right here, like I said, new distributor, a whole brand new intake system. The valve cover's got to come off, the coolant's got to get drained. The coil is mounted on the other side over there. All of this stuff all has to come off top of the engine so that we can get started on replacing it with new, better, updated equipment. It's not that the fuel injection system that's on this car is terrible. It doesn't want to function right, and it's just time for something new. Let me show you what we're going to. So this right here is what we're going to. We're getting rid of that other intake. It comes as a whole unit. Let's see if I can open it up here. And this is the intake I'm going to, which is an RPM air gap. Really good. They flow very good. They're great for the street. I highly recommend them. I've used them on a lot of Chevy engines, a couple of Ford motors. They work really good. And then we're going to be using a Sniper injection system, but we're also going to be using their coil, their controller, and their distributor. I'll tell you why. This guy right here, this is the reason why. You can't really see it right now, but as you see, it's a little screen I can put inside the vehicle, and I can control everything and every aspect between the timing, when the fans kick on, to the injection system, the pulse width of the ejection system, set my idle. I can do all of those things right from that screen, and I don't even have to mess with anything else. Now check this out. This is the unit that we're going to. This has 4 injectors in it. It's got a built-in computer already inside of it. It's good for up to 650 horsepower. So we'll never actually tax it with this motor. And I've used them before in the past. I've had really good luck with them. But what I like about this one, if you notice, it looks just like a Holley carburetor. And it kind of keeps the theme of the old school look. but you keep fuel injection. So I'm a big fan of this. I think this is going to work out great. I think it's going to look awesome. And the injection system that's in the car currently, it's having some issues. It's really outdated. It's time for something new. So I went down to my local speed shop that we have out here and picked up all this stuff at the same time, with new fuel lines, with new AN fittings, with all new gaskets, everything to make this work. So this isn't really going to be a video so much of how to do this step by step. You can go on YouTube. There's lots of different people out there that have done it. This is going to be more of a, hey, come along for the ride. Let's have some fun and look at some cool cars and get this old girl back out on the road. She deserves it. So anyways, maybe I'll post you guys up on the hood or something. I don't know, do a time lapse, something like that. So thanks for coming along, and let's just dive into it. I got a lot of work to do. All right, let's get after it. All right, guys. So I think this might wind up being a two-part video because there's a lot of work to do, and I don't want to really make a video that's going to take an hour and a half for you guys to watch. So we're going to jump in here in a second, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to just pull everything apart, get the fluids drained, and get everything cleaned up, and then I'll bring you guys back for a part 2 of the assembly process. I just don't want to make it boring for you guys. Well, guys, I think this is where I'm going to call it on part one. Got the top end all tore down, got all the electrical stuff taken care of, and now I got to figure out where I'm going to plug in the new wiring for the new fuel injection system off of the old one. But check it out. I'll bring you over here. See the goodies in this motor. So it's a little 302. It's got roller rockers, roller camshaft. It's got a pretty aggressive cam in it, aluminum cylinder heads. So yeah, it's got some goodies. It's going to run a whole lot better with this new equipment. So yeah, I can give you a good insight of what I've been working on, and then all of that I just got bunched back there. That's just the wiring. So we'll be bringing you back when I start putting all this back together, probably not till tomorrow. And then over here, you see there's the intake manifold, the throttle body, all that stuff. So yeah, it's got some good stuff in it. So I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I'll bring this back up. Hopefully I'll post another couple days or so about my progress. You got to get the gas tank back in, got to get the fuel lines in, reassemble the motor with all the new stuff. I'm looking at the valve cover gaskets. They're probably not going to work. Probably going to have to give it a different style for these valve covers. And then just reassemble everything back together, and then ooh, the joy of all the wiring, which thankfully for this, it's not really too bad for the snipers. So anyways, I appreciate you guys coming along, and follow for more. Y'all have a good one.